everyone, it's me, Flylady Kat, here to help you have control of your life, peace in your home, and to finally love yourself. And I'm here today on Labor Day to talk to you about what we're doing in our homes today. So what are we doing in our homes today? Today we're going to skip our weekly home blessing hour because today is a holiday. So if you're not doing anything and it's a regular day, then don't skip if you don't want to, but just make it the regular day. Regular Mondays are weekly home blessing hour, and zone 2 if you're there yet. Of course, your routines are every day. So what we're going to do today is skip. We're going to just have our routines. So morning routines before the family. The family goes through their routines. I hope you're doing that. Are you doing that? Are you putting your kids through their routines after you get yours done? Does it give you control? Do you feel better? Hi, Shari. So I'm hoping you are. Yay, it's a free day, Penny. Yes, it is. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Let's talk about that real quick. And after I talk about it, I'll be free to answer your questions and comments and just say hey to you. But what we're talking about today is what is zone 2? What are we going to be doing in there? And what are we going to be doing for our weekly home blessing hour? So I'm going to give you some tips on the weekly home blessing hour when you do it tomorrow. The thing that I do is I strip my bed first thing in the morning, and then I put those sheets in the wash. I don't use my second set of sheets. They stay on the shelf. I let my bedding air out for the day, or for however long it takes for my sheets to wash and dry until I can get the sheets back on. That's what I do. And so that's like a non-issue. That's not even part of the weekly home blessing hour. It's just stripping the bed and putting the stuff in the wash. And then, so it's like your wash that you do every day. And then the other thing that we're going to do is put my office is hot, and every now and then I'm going to turn on my fan until I get a ceiling fan in here. So if you hear crazy noise and see my hair blowing, you'll know why. I do have air conditioning, and it's down. I kicked it down to 71, but this particular room gets that hot sun, so I apologize. Okay, so after we get the laundry going, that's done. The other thing that I don't do as Flylady Kat in the weekly home blessing hour is the paper routine. I put that on a daily basis so that we can get through all that clog of paper that's in your house by working on an inch a day, simply managing it by going through it. You're not handling it, you're just touching it and saying, this is garbage or shred or recycle. This is something I have to handle. This is something I have to file. And then you take those things and put it in your end basket. You're not handling them until you're ready for that on Wednesday, which is our desk day, okay? All right, so I take that out, and we don't do paper on that. So that leaves us with 6 things. The bed's taken out. Now we only have 5 things to do, and here's how I group it. The first 3 things are super, super easy. Dusting takes no time at all. You just fluff dust your house real quick. Remember, you're going to have a maximum of 10 minutes. I'd say a minimum of about 6 minutes. Think about how many rooms you have to do and how many minutes you have per room, and see if you can get through that really quick. And then we're going to empty the garbage in all the rooms. Well, all that is grabbing the bag out and throwing it in a bigger bag and throwing all that away in the garbage, and then putting new liners in. Again, 6 to 10 minutes, probably take you 6 minutes. The last thing is, hi everybody who's coming in. The last thing is to do your what? Oh, wipe the spots off the glass. And that takes 6 to 10 minutes. I don't think it'll take you 3 minutes, because mainly it's just where you brush your teeth. There's usually not spots on mirrors in the house. You might have spots on your sliding glass door where the kids have pulled it to open and close, or the dog's put her paws or his paws or nose on it. So those kind of things, if you have a glass tabletop, then that's going to take a little more time, but not much. All right, so those are the 3 easy things. So now you've done, of the original 6 things, or actually 7 if you include paper, you've done 1, 2, 3, and the bed and the paper. So you've got 2 things left. So the 3 easy the bed, the 3 easy things, and then you've just got floors. And I divide the floors into vacuum or sweep and mop. So the first thing I would do is vacuum the upstairs in my house, dust mop the downstairs. We're not going to steam clean the hardwood floors. We're not deep cleaning. We're just blessing. So get in there quick, and then mop the kitchen, mop the bathrooms, and you're done. The only thing you have left to do is listen for the dryer, put the sheets on the bed, or if you haven't taken them out of the washer, put them in the dryer so they can be ready and on the bed. And you're done. We're not doing kids' beds right now. We're just blessing the house. So I want you to really be clear on that and get it done quickly and do it every week. And every week it gets easier and easier. And then as you get clutter taken out of your home, you'll have a pretty tidy home that looks, you know, company ready. It might not be deep cleaned, but when you get ready to deep clean, you've got room to deep clean because there's not clutter and there's not everyday dirt, right? So you can vacuum the whole room on that day or whatever. Okay, now what zone are we going to do that in? The kitchen. That's the zone we're in. So today we're taking a break, but soon we're going to go to, if you pull the trash liners with the weekly home blessing, do we empty the trash daily in the morning? Wait, what was that? This is important because it has to do with this. Do we empty the trash daily in the morning swish and swipe routine? No, you don't empty it. You just empty it once a week. Unless you have like, you know, an overage of garbage, it's not necessary. You're going to be emptying it every week. We're talking, you know, Kleenex and Q-tips. It's not a lot of stuff, right? Your office might have more paper in it if you have a lot of paper that you throw away or need to recycle out of your garbage. I don't know. But no, generally you just empty it once a week. But everything as needed, so if you have something overflowing, obviously you can grab it and throw it away. Hope that answers your question. Okay, now let's move on to zone 2, the kitchen. So what are we going to do in our kitchen? What are we going to do? So we're going to do the same thing that I'm going to tell everybody on my video tomorrow morning, and that is, first of all, make a list. Make a list. Sit down and look at your kitchen from the ceiling to the floor. And make a list of what you would pay somebody to do if money was no object to get that room in tip-top shape. So maybe you might say, okay, spider webs in the corners. Ooh, the walls have spots. They need to be wiped down or painted. Wow, these cupboards really need a good washing. Wow, the top of the refrigerator, haven't looked at that in forever. Or the top of the cabinets. The pantry needs straightening. The floor needs really a good mop. The sideboard, the baseboards need a real good clean. Underneath the sink really needs to be straightened out. The junk drawer really needs to be reorganized, or the junk drawers need to be reorganized. The silverware drawer could use a reorganization. The pots and pans are out of whack. All my Tupperware and glassware needs to be redone. I need to go through that and get rid of some things. I need to clean the inside of the refrigerator, the freezer, the pantry, the dishwasher, the microwave, or the outside of the toaster. Get the crumbs out. There's just so many little jobs. So put them down, but don't do them. Don't panic. Don't do them. All you're going to do when it comes time to clean the kitchen, if you don't have any more any more of the stove, thank you, Virginia, is one thing. And don't hyperventilate. Walk into the room and say, I know it all needs to be done, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay, so walk into your room and say, what is the one thing that needs to be done in here today? This is if there's no clutter. So, you girls, how do I know that's what your kitchen looks like? I wonder, because I am you, right? Now, mine doesn't look like that now, but it has for many years looked like that in the past. So I'm with you, I understand, and I'm not judging you. I'm just here to help you and to hold you accountable, okay? So you're gonna walk into your kitchen and you've got all your clutter gone. Hooray for you. Now we're gonna say, now we're gonna say, she said, do I have a secret camera in her kitchen? Now we're going to say, okay, it's all cleared out. Boy, I'm so proud of myself, but now I can really see what I want to do in here. And what I want to do today is clean these countertops. Okay, so you get your spray, you get your cloth, whatever it is you're using, your vinegar water, your special rag, whatever, and you get to work on that. Set your timer for 15 minutes. Just set it on the stove so it'll really distract you when you're done. So it'll really buzz. And start working, just cleaning that countertop. Stay in your whole area until that area is done. Go to the next area. When the buzzer goes off, you stop and you say, congratulations, great job. And if you didn't get it all done, maybe you have loads of counters, that's okay. Where you stopped is where you can start tomorrow. If you did get it done and there's still time left, too bad, you're done. You have free time. It won't take as long as you think, I promise. So no, the reward is having a clean home, gin and tonics. The reward is having a clean home. All right, so let's talk. So Gin and Tonics 2 said, so the reward of having the declutter is being able to clean your house. That is a reward, because what you're going to do, Gin Tonics, is 5, 10, 15 minutes of work in your kitchen that day. You're not going to do 15 minutes of decluttering. The decluttering is the hard part because it's so emotional. This is very simple. You're going to go in and do it. Okay, how about some people who've been doing it? What do you think about it? Have any of you? I know it's hard to stop after 15 minutes. That's why we set an alarm, because we're not going to continue and work ourselves into a frazzle and then later on never want to do it again. We're just going to do it, and it'll become a habit, and you'll be happy to stop and say, yay, let's go to the lake. I'm ready, or whatever you're doing that day. Let's go shopping. Let's go, whatever. Let's go ride bikes, kids. Whatever you want to do. It's so fun, and you're freeing your day. See, this is called loving yourself. Okay, good. Shannon says, I'm motivating having a clean home. That's right. Denise, all those jobs need doing, and I'm making a list and working my way through it, sometimes after dinner. Yeah, and you don't have to even look at the list. The list is there for those times when you think, I don't even know what to do. There's nothing to do. It looks so good. And then you get it out and go, oh yeah, the junk drawer. Right? All right, somebody said something else. Anna said she gets anxious looking at the mess. Anna, it's true, you do. And there's a lot of us who have anxiety. I have a little anxiety. I know Kimmy is on here today. She has a little anxiety. Virginia obviously has a little anxiety. It's kind of the common thread that we all have. And it's okay. You'll get used to it. It's just an unusual feeling. It's an unusual feeling, and you'll get used to it, because the anxiety comes from thinking that you're never going to be able to do this again. That's where the anxiety comes from. You think, okay, I've got this one opportunity, this one time where I feel like I can really do it because I know how I am and I know how the family is, and I'll never be able to get to it again. And that's not true. That's not true. Peggy says this has truly helped. 15 minutes at a time is so freeing. It takes some of the anxiety away. That's right. So Deb is one of my fly babies. She says, and my mentees, she said you're not alone. Everybody gets anxious to start gin tonics. That's why we start with decluttering. And once that hard part is done, then we're going to go ahead and start cleaning. Okay, I got one email telling me to clean my stove today and the other. Listen, if you guys are getting all those emails from the flylady.net and you're watching me or another Flylady online, you can cancel those. You can cancel those because you don't want to have a bombardment. It's overwhelming. And the Flylady says that. She actually tells the mentors to tell their mentees to unenroll. They don't need that right now. Unenroll, because you're coming here every day. So you don't want to be overwhelmed with too many things. It causes more anxiety and distraction. Okay, so don't worry about that, Claire. My home is cleaner. My kitchen is cleaner. My son came over yesterday and asked if he noticed a difference, and he said yes. Awesome, Denise. Anna's saying, I'm glad to find you. My craft and art supplies are in the corner of the dining and kitchen. The kitchen is in the same place as the dining or kitchen table. That's fine. And that's one of the things you're going to be able to organize. If you look at different people online, hi Claire. Okay, Claire, good. If you look at different people online, they have little stations. Sometimes they have a craft station for their children in their kitchen or whatever. You'll just be, if that's where you craft, then you're going to create a little area that's where all your things are. The trick for crafting is not to leave your project out, but at the end of the time that you've allotted yourself to work on your craft, put it in a Ziploc bag or in a bin or whatever and put it away. Label it so you know what it is if you have several crafts. And then when you get ready to do it again, you take it out. Just like in kindergarten. We're through with our crayons. Let's put them in the box and put them away. We're going to get the clay out. We're through with the clay. Let's put it away. We're going to go to the sensory bin. You can't have it all out. It's a mess. And at home, you don't have to do anything. I'm just suggesting that you do control your home like that because you're the CEO and this is your job. This is your job, so you're serious about it, right? It doesn't mean you can't relax. I'm trying to give you loads of time to relax. I'm just saying, take a moment, pause, take a beat, and put it there. I have been right here, Gin Tonics. You're welcome, Anna, and I think I missed somebody. Okay, Suburban Hillbilly. Her house looks like a bomb went off. Her son came to visit for her birthday, and she had to, I'm sorry, she had to put her dog down. That's awful. Hello, Happy Day. So if you do have things in your life, it might not be putting your dog down, but everybody has things that happen in their life that distract and make them sad, little sorrows, big sorrows. What I found is drop back to routines if you're in one of those sorrow times, and routines are like a balm to you. The routines are like a balm. Yeah, sorry. But when you do your routines, it gives you that normalcy that you're missing when something terrible happens. Yeah, CZ. Everybody loves Suburban Hillbilly and feels bad for her because we all hated losing our pets, and we've all done it, and it's just awful. But it's not just pets, you know. It's a parent. It's sometimes a child, sometimes a dear neighbor, sometimes a spouse. You know, it's debilitating. And I have fly babies right now who are losing their spouses. Their spouses are dying, and they've told me that the routines keep them sane. Give them something to hold on to. Let them have some normalcy. So I just want you to know that no matter what little or big sorrow you have, you know, sometimes we just need to step back and just do our routines for a little bit. Okay, Melissa in Maine, she's a payroll fly baby, and she has a list for the 15-minute cleaning daily, kitchen daily. Okay, she has a list for the 15-minute kitchen clean daily. Great to have a plan. Just worried about only 15 minutes. Kids in sports, I may have to double up on certain nights. Nope, never double up. Just don't. You're welcome, Suburban Hillbilly. Don't double up. I don't want you to double up. It's unnecessary to double up. Let me ask you this question, and this is the question I ask everybody. Before you started doing this with me, how often were you cleaning it? See, that's why you're scared. That's why you get anxiety, because you know you didn't clean it before. And now you're kind of on a roll. But it's like, okay, this is the way I always did it in the past. I would get on a roll and I would clean it, right? And you'll clean and you'll clean and you'll clean and you'll clean. And it's part of, believe it or not, I know you don't believe it when you look at your house, but it's part of a perfectionism. Because you focus on that one thing. It's also a very ADD thing. You focus on that one thing, and the family's starving, and the dog needs to go out, and you forgot to go pay the bill, etc., because you're focused on this one thing, and you've got to get it done. And it's like an obsession, right? And it's like pulling weeds in the yard. You pull them once a year, and then every day they keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. So if you pull the weeds in the yard for 5 minutes every day, you'll have a pretty yard all the time. And pulling the weeds in the yard for 6 hours, yeah, you'll get all the weeds gone. They're still going to grow. The very next day, you'll have more weeds. And in the meantime, everybody's being ignored. Your house is being ignored. Your life is being ignored. So that's what I'm saying when I tell people, and this isn't from me. This is from Flylady herself. 15 minutes is plenty. The only time I would say that you would want to clean for longer than 15 minutes is if you're in crisis mode. You know, and that's what Flylady calls it, a cleaning crisis. So if you have chaos, where can't have anyone over syndrome, CHAOS, can't have anyone over syndrome, then maybe you want to do the 15-minute crisis cleaning plan that she has laid out, which is 15 minutes in the kitchen, 15 minutes in the living room, 15 minutes in the bathroom, 15 minutes on your rear end, in a chair, drinking something good, and reflecting on what you've done and what you're about to do again. Then 15 minutes in the kitchen, 15 minutes in the living room, 15 minutes in the bathroom, 15 minutes back in your chair, reassessing, reevaluating, rehydrating. If you need to go again, 15 minutes in the kitchen, 15 minutes in the living room, 15 minutes in the bathroom. That is what that's called. And that's when you have a mess and somebody's coming that's really important, and you've got to get it cleaned. You've got to get it clean. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, let's see what Heather's saying. The routines have helped me. I was doing such a great job and now still recovering from surgery and feel anxious because of all my hard work is going down the tubes. Well, it's not going down the tubes. It's not. You'll be shocked when you pick it back up how easily it comes right back. The only thing that you'll need to catch up on is dishes and laundry. And that's the only thing that I would recommend that you catch up on. Dishes and laundry. Right? And you can delegate that. Hey, you've had surgery. Would you please work on those dishes for me? Would you please put a load of laundry in? Would you please put a load in the dryer? Would you please take the clothes out of the dryer, fold them, and put them away? Please? If they can't, they can't. If they won't, they won't. But when you feel better, you will. And you'll catch up. But everything else, I want you to skip. Just skip. And when you're well enough to do routines, then do routines. And then when you're well enough to go further, do further. do more. Heather says delegate parts of the daily routines of the family. Outstanding. That's very good. Delegation is a wonderful tool. Remember again, I've told you before, you're the CEO. You're not the servant. You're the CEO. Think about that. If you've ever worked in a business or if you are a payroll flybaby and working in a corporation and you know what the CEO does, they're not on the phones taking calls or placing orders or doing logistics. They're running the whole thing. They have the big picture. They know how to do all the little things, but they don't do that. They have the big picture and they make sure that all the plates are spinning, and that's what your job is. Now, there are times when your family won't do it, they don't get it, and you're going to say, I'm doing this for me, and you step in and you do it. I'm not saying you're too good to do your housework, of course not. But what I am saying is you're worthy, rather, to run this house like you want to run it, okay? Let's see, somebody said something here. Delegates parts of the daily routines of the family. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so we have been on here for 21 minutes. That's usually when I'm aware that the time is going. Let's see, Kit says, how many items should I have in the kitchen, such as how many of each cooking utensil and pots? It depends. It depends on your cooking style, how many people are in your family, how much food you cook. That all depends. It's always a suggestion not to have more than one. It's just always a suggestion not to have more than one of everything. Just pick your best one. Like, for example, a whip, a whip to whip things. One. A spatula. You may need a big spatula and a medium spatula and a small spatula, but you don't need 4,000 of them. So it's your decision, but make sure that you are making a decision about those things instead of just having a load of them. So, okay. All right, that's it for me. Have a fabulous Labor Day. I love every one of you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And I will see you soon. You're beautiful. Or I should say, you are beautiful.